holiday season, just remember these careful words of wisdom. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna be partying and you're gonna be celebrating, but don't ever forget for 1 second that you can't make that one big deadly mistake. Just remember one thing: don't drink and drive.
We are Year of the Dog, and this is our cover of Calvin Harris's Acceptable in the 80s.
Hello and welcome to OSW Review, the old school wrestling video podcast. Filmed in glorious grapple vision and encoded with blast processing, we chronologically critique wrestling storylines pay-per-view by pay-per-view. Except for tonight, it's your very own Chris Kringle with the pipe of Pringles, Jay Hunter. With a smile and a joke and a can of Coke, it's V1.
What's that correct?
And the leader of the band, Mr. I Hate Wrestling Fans. OC!
You do?
It's in your house and it's coming up right now. Welcome, Knockers! Happy days are here again.
Purr. Mince purr.
Yes. V1, how you doing, sir? On this cold and dreary Christmas morning.
Oh, yes, Mr. Scrooge. All right there, Mr. Scrooge. I had to leave my family, didn't I, have tonight? They've no Christmas dinner.
And he had a gall to give you grief over your Cockney accent.
It's wonderful. Well, my question is, why would you have to make the dinner? Aren't you a man?
He's done with wrestling fans. Moved on to the 7%ers.
Get rid of them. As I say every year, on this glorious time of year, fuck the family, Jay. Here we are. I'd much rather be here with two sweaty marks in their OSW Christmas jumpers than at home with my wonderful family.
A smouldering love and not smouldering hatred, I think.
Oh, it's great to be here every year.
Oh, and it's like you know, it's kind of like prison, except most prisoners get out at some point. Oh wow, so we finished our brace of AEW reviews for 2023. How did you find AEW Chicago?
Really good show. Timely, considering we recorded it back in early September, and to have it finished the literal day after Punk returned to WWE was marvellous timing. Yeah, well done.
Thank you, because I was miserable that he did, because I was like, oh yeah, this is the end of the story for now. Bang! No, it's not. Oh. I always love reading the comments about our latest show, and just about All Out Chicago. People really enjoyed our bread puns. So we had Katsuyori Shibata and Brady Kingston. Lads on the Discord had a field day. Try out on a few more. Stotty Riggs. It's Scottish. Richie tells us it's bread, but thicker and duller.
That sounds great, yeah.
Conan. Buff Baguette.
Yeah.
Yes.
Colt Cobb Anna.
What's that one?
Cobb.
Gotta be American, is it?
American.
We can get it here as well. Sourdough Slaughter. No. Okay. Stone Baked Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm having that.
Chris Beignet.
What's beignet? Is beignet?
It is deep fried dough balls and confectioner's sugar.
Okay, very nice.
That's too clever.
Ryback.
Yeah.
Biscotti Too Hottie.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Bad News Brown Bread.
I'm loving this.
Baptista. Bullet Club Sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dough Generation X. Honky Tonk Flan. Street Profiterolls.
We're getting out of bread here, though, aren't we?
John Cinnamon Roll, The Underbaker, and CM Bunt. If you have more bread puns,
Yes,
put them in the comments, please. Okay, okay, that's it.
Do OC.
Hey! All right, excellent. And just one more thing, OSC. Another day,
Yeah, Christmas Day.
another dollar.
Christmas dollar.
Another dollar,
Christmas another.
another OSW tattoo. Right.
Hello.
Tell us what you see.
So, we've got an official OSW Review World Championship title in beautiful detail. And there are 2 Nogger bars, one either side of the main plate. That is fantastic. It's gorgeous. Love the detail.
Show me this bad boy.
Blammo!
Oh yeah, that's actually great.
Not those other times we lied about them being great.
And it's unmistakably an OSW tattoo.
If someone was to create an OSW belt and this was what was created, I would be a happy boy. That's fucking awesome, mate. Well done.
It's a tattoo version of the design by Fraser Davison.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
There we go. That's where he has it.
Oh, very sir.
On his Mickey. Actually, yeah, that actually would be super sore, wouldn't it?
He's got it on his tricep.
That's right.
Well done, sir. Gorgeous.
Excellent. And that ends the Christmas tattoo.
It's a shame.
Yep. All right.
It's a shame.
There you go.
There you go. You can go home to the family now, Steve.
Thank you. He doesn't want anything.
Did you have anything for us, perchance, there, Steve?
There may be slight voyage. we're going to go
a voyage of voyage.
We're going to go on a long voyage across the seas to check out different.
We will
Okay,
spy boys on the island.
Just spy boys.
We'll be spying on boys. All right, Justin's Boys Stable.
Okay, get ready. We have Justin's Tattoo Boys Stable. At number 5, Angelico, specifically from Lucha Underground.
Ooh, okay. Are you a fan of him on AEW?
I am, actually. I did have mega heat with him at the start because he had like long, foppish hair, constantly flipping it back, and that just had mega heat with me. Either tie it back or get it cut short. You can't have it at this fucking bob length, you know? But he's really good. Like, he's such a good mat-based technical wrestler. Comes up with quite unique holds and counters and spots and moves. His most famous spot is probably that running dive drop kick that he did in Lucha Underground. It was during like a triple threat ladder match. Oh, Jay's got it. Nice.
Okay.
Angelico, too far to do a thing. Son of Havoc out on the outside. It was fun while it lasted.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And that's not the only one. There was one he did a drop kick in a fucking ladder match as well. He's mental.
Yeah. I really appreciate the effort here.
Crew are going to be the Lucha. Wait a minute.
Oh my god.
Big back bump from 30 feet.
Number 4, Joey Ryan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, you can't be liking him. I will say he has a great swarthy look to him, like real kind of 70s porno vibe.
Which is hilarious because in WSX, where I would have first seen him, he was in a tag team called That 70s Team.
You would believe, like watching him perform, he's a creeper.
Yeah.
As most people do.
Yeah, 17 allegations of sexual misconduct about him, some backed by, his like male wrestler counterparts. And then he kind of took it upon himself. He like sued some of the women who put allegations against him, and just all really, really bad, really, really nasty. Honestly, mate, probably get him out of your stable. The rest of the boys aren't safe with him around. But if I was to say something good about him, at the original All In, he had the penis taker entrance where like lads came out dressed as big dicks.
What was the Taker part of it?
You know the way Taker used to come out and, he'd have the like druids and the monks and they'd have fire. Take out the druids and put in penises.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The conclave of Coxmen can only mean one thing. He has risen from the sure death that out of pitch.
Number 3, Ken Shamrock.
Ooh, world's most dangerous man.
Another contentious choice.
Yeah,
Like,
he's look, for me it would be he's a non-boy, but
Because he's too good.
he is too.
Really? Because he never improved and he was always being outsmarted, like even years into his reign. X-Pac is, you want to... Gotcha. And
oh dear.
I tell you, my favorite spot of his is when he was feuding with The Rock and The Rock had a chair and Shamrock was in the middle of the ring on his knees.
Oh.
And he's like, yeah, what are you going to do with it? You going to smack me in the face with it, are you? And The Rock just goes, oh, bow!
It's actually one of the grossest chair shots I've ever seen. It's disgusting.
It is an iconic
Iconic.
disgrace. It's incredible. Like, it's preposterous. And please never do it. But my goodness.
Yeah. I do like Ken Shamrock, and I can see by the boy rule set that we've set out, he never became a WWE or WCW world champion. So you can argue that he is a boy, but he was a big star in the biggest era of professional wrestling history. UFC champion, the first ever TNA world champion, dual champion, I believe, in WWE. He had tag and IC at the same time.
I would say he's a boy in WWF, but not in UFC, obviously. But I was sad he never got together his stable with, Ken Shamrock, Steve Blackman, Dan Severn. They're going to be called like Shooter.
It was the wrong time.
Yeah.
I feel like if they had come around 10, 15 years later and MMA had gotten much bigger, I think it absolutely could have worked then.
That's Shamrock. I told you. Shamrock reverses.
Number 2.
NWO Wolfpack Sting Sans goatee.
Okay, because he
That's
had
very specific.
Yeah, because he had the rinse wind when he did have it. So I'm glad he was better clean shaven.
Greetings, lowly and scabby peasant.
Absolutely not.
No, of course.
Any version of Sting is absolutely not.
He's like literally one of the biggest legends in the history of professional wrestling.
I want Hulk Hogan on my boy.
Yeah.
No. He's trying to be cute because he's been very specific. It's the Sting with the red face paint, but there's no goatee. No, none of that. Maybe I'd accept your boys, the Blade Runners.
Yes.
Blade Runner Sting.
Blade Runner
I would
Sting.
accept.
Okay. Question, where does red face paint Sting stand?
Wow, that's a lot of stings, man. That is wonderful.
No, I made it up. Do you like it? It took me lots of
you
time.
took all the photos.
Yeah.
over the
He
years.
didn't know what I was doing. But it's to culminate at the Christmas episode. Anyway, can you give us a top 3?
My favourites.
Yeah, top 3, yeah.
You can point this out. We got 97
Oh,
Starcade Sting, number 1 for me. Number 2, I actually don't really like any of the others. Yeah.
Not even Joker Sting.
For a bit of fun.
Okay, this picture of Wolfpack Sting's sans goatee, he's literally just going, he's like gurning right into the camera. Obviously, Steve is 100% correct. 97 Starcade Sting is the ultimate version of Sting. He's the absolute best. Joker Sting for like a bit of crack. Obviously, like you can't push him to the top of the card or anything, but he is fun. I would say main event Mafia Sting Borden if we stuck with the gimmick and it paid off rather than be, I don't want to be a heel. Let me be a face again, please.
Is this the no face paint
yeah,
Sting?
because I thought
But he
that
can't wrestle in that, like.
if like he had have gone all out with that kind of heel gimmick, suit Sting, foregoing the paint and everything that made him what he was, I think it could have been like an amazing year-long angle, but he wanted out of it because he was a big smelly mark and he wanted to be a babyface. But he does look good.
No love for Surfer Sting, no?
It wasn't my era.
Yeah, before I was watching WWF, so
Yeah.
I have no memory of that.
Oh, okay, I getcha. Oh, and his bottom boy.
Number 1, and now there's no doubting this boy eligibility here. Enzo, Real One Amore.
Numbers and letters in his name.
Yeah. Had that great rundown in NXT was him, and was it Colin Cassidy was Big Cass's name?
Wow, he was the guy that they modeled
That you
the
can't teach
caterpillar
that.
off Colin the Caterpillar. That was him.
Colin the Caterpillar Cake, I love it. So yeah, like They got super over. Then they got called up to the main roster. And I believe in his first match on the main roster is when he necked himself on the bottom rope and they had to take him out of the match, and whatever push he was going to get was kind of kiboshed. Then there was the ill-fated Cruiserweight Classic where the hardcore fans thought that having 5-minute flippity-doo matches on Raw every week was going to get someone over.
I believe they called them Young
died
Bucks
a
matches.
death. The ratings down through the fucking toilet. And so Vince was like, oh, let's build it around Enzo. And so then there was the fans who didn't want to see cruiserweight matches and they were pissed off. And then there was the fans who loved the cruiserweights and they were pissed off because Enzo was a shit wrestler. And it was just an absolute disaster until he got the bullet for dodgy sexual abuse allegations that I believe were proven incorrect.
Yeah, I think WWE just wanted to be rid of him, so we just, that counts, get
He was a dickhead. I think he caused so much friction backstage and people didn't like him that as soon as there was a chance to sack him, they took it,
it's not
and
particularly
he
fair.
was never coming back. And he hasn't since.
Hilariously, he paid for a ticket at that year's Survivor Series. He was in the crowd, made a hullabaloo, started doing his shtick. Oh, you can't teach that. It's so sad because he's a fan.
He's an army of
Oh,
one.
splice that shit in.
I was quite funny because he was removed by security and banned from the Staples Center. He said it was to market myself and he could trend, and he parlayed that into a top gig at Brooklyn Brawlers Fed Northeast Wrestling. So choke on that. And tagged in the G1, of course, an actual job there. He legit does rapping as well. Hilariously, he has a song called Phoenix where he's shitting on fat wrestling fans on the internet. So he's like, there's a fat guy and his like tummy gut busting out of his really short shirt, and he's on the internet, and Enzo's going, but Splice.
Don't just love, cause you can listen. Double that song, one side love, one side hate. Either way, I glisten.
I actually quite like that song.
It speaks to you.
But the
Transcends eras.
But the production value is brilliant. I don't know where he got all the money.
I'm pretty sure he filmed that on like Red Letter Media's set with Mr. Blake.
At one point, isn't he like driving a car through the desert or something? You know, I was impressed. And I'm not easily impressed.
Yes, that's true. So yeah, give us Justin's Boy Stable.
Oh, here we go. Justin's Boy Stable from top to bottom again, all right? So Angelico, Joey Ryan.
Yeah. Are we subbing him? Can you have someone else?
No, we'll
let him in?
leave it in and we'll give out about him.
All right, but I need him. Gonna have to put in like a security system in there, like a ankle bracelet, ankle monitor.
Yeah, but
Chastity belt.
we don't mind. That's yes.
Chastity belt.
There you go. Chastity belt.
Okay,
yeah.
Joey Ryan if he has a chastity belt. Okay.
You know those little Mickey cages that the kink fellas have, you know? One of them for him, you know? Number 3, Ken Shamrock.
Cool, contentious boy.
Number 2, NWO Wolfpack Sting, Sans Goatee.
Sans boy.
Sans boy. And number 1, Enzo Real One Amore.
Big time boy.
Massive boy.
So fantastic. And your tattoo is beautiful, by the way. There's like lovely colouring on it. It's very vibrant in a very prominent place, and it's very OSW. Big fan. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, dude.
Woo! All right, it's time to open your Christmas presents. What are you doing New Year's Eve? Because we'll have a new OSW episode in Your House 5. And right now we've got a Brucey bonus in Your House 4 Great White North and the In Your House 5 Pre-Show to wet your whistle. A double helping of OSW Christmas stuffing. Enjoy, and we'll have you back around the gaff for New Year's. Is that cool? Yeah! Let's do it to it! In Your House, Great White North. Oh wow, so we're back in the new gen, so there's different versions available. OSE, you watched.
I watched the WWE Network version, 1 hour, 53 minutes in a pristine 1080p.
Ooh, okay. And V1, sir?
I watched the live VHS version, 1 hour 50 minutes. Pristine 240p, I believe. Fucking rough looking. Sounded like there were 2 audio tracks slightly desynced for the entire show. Drove me mad, lads. Drove me insane.
And your boy Jay Hunter is watching a Coliseum exclusive. 1 hour 58 minutes.
Ooh. I bet those extra 8 minutes were not worth the trouble in tracking this down.
Well, I did not track this down. I want to thank Matthew for hooking us up with the live version and Wrestling Bios for hooking us up with the Coliseum exclusives.
I would like to thank both of them, and Steve would like to thank Wrestling Bios.
Very good. Because I was watching it and the quality is not good. But handsome Doc Hendricks is in there and he's yapping away. Doc Hendricks. And I fucking hate his face because he's so fake. Because I know Michael P.S. Hayes, Midnight Rocker Party Boy in the Territories. And this guy, it's like if you watched your best mate sober up and now he's a sleazy car salesman.
It's so out. Like back in the day when I was watching it, I thought he was another cheesy host like Todd Pettengill. I had absolutely no idea that he was a renowned heel for whatever 15, 20 years or whatever it was. And yeah, he's shit.
in this role.
Yes.
And
yeah,
you're the
he's
biggest
not
fan
suited.
of New Gen.
Like, I enjoyed Todd Pettengill. I did not enjoy Doc Hendricks.
Yeah.
He had one good bit because he does all the interstitials between matches and he's in front of a little electric piano and he just like pokes a button. Unbelievable! Pokes another one. Oh, what a maneuver! Oh my god!
So what you're telling me is that Vince is not actually there commentating and the lads just press buttons.
Died.
Tell you what, with the successful emergence of Goldust, it validifies the 2 statements that Vince McMahon always says. Watch out! Because
anything can happen here in the WWF.
So I was watching this and I was like, oh wow, jeez, Diesel wrestles twice. That's crazy. And I was like, wow, they really don't have stars, Bulldogs in another match. Oh, Jesus, you got Marty and Goldust. What's going on here? So I went back and checked it up because it was called Winter Combat in America. It's in your House 5 here. And Winter Combat is a compilation tape of In Your House 4 and 5.
Oh, no.
So I just watched 3 matches of In Your House 4 and 4 matches of In Your House 5. And I was furious.
So furious that you had to even the odds.
Yes, and
midnight last night, my phone starts hopping.
What?
Steve, I need you to hunt down In Your House 4 and watch these matches.
so I can give out about them.
Oh God, here we go.
Merry Christmas! What a Christmas we had. The fucking whip being cracked.
I know.
You'll watch that pre-show.
Christmas
Steve,
Eve.
you'll watch In Your House 4, The Great White North.
Yeah, and fucking Santa's trying to come down the chimney and we're watching shit.
Tell him to whack on In Your House 4 and write some notes.
You're like, lads, are you telling me that you don't want to watch Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Fatu? Or you don't want to watch Yokozuna versus Mabel?
Right, it's In Your House 4, retroactively titled Great White North. October 22nd, so certainly not the winter. 1995 from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Steve, can you give me 3 well-known wrestlers from
You know at least. Yeah, I'd say you get at least 3.
Winnipeg?
Jericho.
Yes.
Why am I drawing a total blank here?
He's very directly related to Chris Jericho in a very recent show we covered.
You call
Oh,
yourself...
Callis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Who else is connected?
Kenny Omega.
There we go. Well done. And also Roddy Piper and Allison Danger.
Allison
Danger, you divvy knacker, you.
Hopping around into it. Alison Danger, you divvy knacker.
That's all I know about her. Is that
Isn't she like
she's from Winnipeg?
Someone's sister? Alison Danger is like
Umbro Danger, yeah.
Umbro Danger.
Probably. Now,
Carino, maybe.
Okay.
We have 10,339 in attendance, 90,000 buys.
That's got to be one of the lowest.
That's not even the lowest for 1995.
It's not even the lowest this year. Okay.
That's In Your House 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
At 80,000 buys.
Shit.
Steve, did you watch In Your House 4?
I watched 3 matches from In Your House 4.
Hooray!
So the punishment for you watching matches you didn't have to watch is for me to have to listen to you talking about these matches.
You got the easy option.
I did not.
Hello, Hunter Hurst Helmsley here. You know, when it comes to riffraff, delinquents, and hooligans, the World Wrestling Federation has more than its fair share. Bushwhackers who give hongies, how revolting. Head shrinkers who eat raw fish, please.
Oh, look it! I like the way he can have his nose up in the air and still look down on everybody.
How was Hunter Hurst versus Fatu?
Honestly, better than I thought it was going to be.
What size was Fatu? Was he a full quiche?
No, he's like
Quiche Lorraine?
Scrambled egg.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, like he doesn't have that buttery base yet, you know.
Is this
Chomp on that mince pie.
Is this Make-A-Wish Fatu?
No, not yet. No.
Not yet.
He hadn't.
When?
He hadn't
Jesus
made a difference.
Christ. Well, how long do we have to wait?
It's so weird.
I didn't realize you were waiting for Make-A-Wish.
Because he looks like Make-A-Wish Fatu and he does the like dancing gimmicks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Did he have the beanie coming in?
He didn't have the beanie
Okay, so
coming
he
out.
doesn't-
No,
so
no,
that's
no.
what he wished
for.
He should have asked for something bigger, to be honest.
It seems like the entire story of this match was Triple H was trying to do head-based offense on Fatu, but doesn't work because he's more foreign than he is.
Yep.
And so he will pop up, he'll do a little jig, and he'll get some offense on him. We get a long headlock spot on the mat. I'm talking like 2 fucking minutes straight of headlocks as the fans just die.
Wrestling bios approved.
Yeah. Fatu avoids a pedigree. Then Triple H hits a DDT, which is, of course, no sold again. Fatu, big body drop, backbreaker, flying headbutt for 2. But then Fatu climbs up to the top rope, misses his second flying headbutt. Triple H, pedigree, bam, gets the win. You know what? For 1995, it was better than I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't good.
Right on his face! Right on his face is right! A cover! And a victory!
In a svelte 8 minutes. Tell you what, Steve, that was your best match play-by-play ever.
Wow.
There
It was.
we go.
Walked out. blinked.
Left foot.
Blinked.
Right
Left foot,
hand,
right
10
foot.
degrees. Index finger, wag, middle, ring.
Fog of war.
pinky. There we go. All right, next up, the Smoking Cocks put the titles on the line versus 1, 2, 3 and Razor. Kid Mang and Bad Mang.
Kid Mang, Bad Mang versus the Bang Bang Mangs.
Or as Renee Young called him, the Gang Bang.
Joey Ryan just waiting around the corner, rubbing his hands. I thought this match was shockingly good. I wasn't expecting much. When I see Bart Gunn come out, I expect garbage and... Because he's not very good, you know? And when Billy Gunn is the workhorse of your tag team, you know that you're in trouble. But no, solid match. The 1, 2, 3 kid was on absolute fire here, teasing that he's going to turn heel. Lots of like sneaky kicks. There's a bit where he gets a tag, and as he's getting out of the ring, he throws like a fucking elbow. The Guns get the heat for a while. Bart batters them in very slow manner for ages. Razor tags in, hits the Razor's Edge on Billy, and he has it won. But the 1, 2, 3 kid demands that he be tagged back in. He gets in, he makes the lazy cover. Whoop! Billy Gunn reverses it over, gets the 1, 2, 3, and they retain as the 1, 2, 3 kid throws a Christian-like tantrum in the ring.
What was the nappy situation?
It was a Huggies pull-up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Safe bum bum. He won't have an
He
accident.
won't.
What you're
There'll be
saying.
no blue liquid on his arse tonight, lads.
That's all we asked, that the liquid's blue.
Are we in the pre or post Razor with the talcum powder with the little bitch era? This must be pre.
Yeah, I think it's pre, because this is kid turning heel and they're just beginning to feud.
Yeah.
Hey, look! Oh, my goodness! Wait a minute! Hey, wait! The kid! Nonetheless, it remains Billy and Bart, the WWF Tag Team Champions.
Ooh, next up is a match that I saw on the Coliseum exclusive. Marty Jannetty versus Goldust. Goldust's debut, his vignette. Okay, I'm from Hollywood and Tinseltown. There's stars and starlets in the sky and blah, blah, blah. Doesn't have his character down yet, but hilariously he whispers in front of a green screen with, Looney Tunes building in the back. But the Foley guy mixed in the fake car noise too loud because he'll whisper his stuff, so he's drowned out. So if you wouldn't mind, can you just read that, Dean Bogart? You wouldn't mind?
Dean, Bogart, Kathy. There's a difference between these stars and a legend.
Got the fuck out of here! It's not that far from the truth. But he has one of the absolute most beautiful wrestling themes in history.
This is like being at the Academy Awards, McMahon. Or the opening of a big movie. Look at this.
Complete with paparazzi entrance that they turn the lights off, so it's like a strobe. The gimmick being that he's an androgynous Hollywood starlet weirdo, but his theatrics are...
No, it's not. It's just that he's gay. That's literally... It's just he's teasing that he's gay and we're supposed to laugh at it because it's 1995.
Well, Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood. But his theatrics are to set his opponents off his game. He removes his wig and Pearl Harbor's Jannetty from the front. Didn't work. First time.
Whoa.
Immediate failure.
Whoa.
Come on. And then JR is like, Jannetty's no slouch. His personal demons have set him back. That's just a shoot. Why don't bring it up?
Yeah, how is that? That's never been aired. Why is that relevant to the character?
No.
There is no character.
Yeah,
anyway.
no, it's just Party Marty. Marty intimates that Goldust is a chicken, but he looks more like a chicken because he has like the giblet streamers.
The giblets.
And Goldust he has like a very pale gold bodysuit, and it's like so unflattering because when you watch him wrestle, you're just looking at his love handles, and he's not fat, but he just in his bodysuit he looks terrible. The commentators muse about Goldust's Hollywood connections. Lawler says, "Hey, he's like Pulp Fiction, as in he's a gimp." And he's like, "No, because he'll beat Marty to a pulp." God. I haven't mentioned any moves because there's nothing worth mentioning. Open palm thrust, headlock, big move is a back body drop. Okay, it's a fistful of dollars to a downed Jannetty. Snapmare on Elm Street. Throw mama to the outside.
You're in.
Okay, enough of that. Suplex back in. Big back body drop again. Fucking botch, Jannetty. We're not cutting it from the Coliseum video. Cut the Baldy Lagosa, not Bella Lugosi, which is in all those, hey, remember the bad old times? It's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
he's like,
biddly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rocker dropper whilst holding the arm. Love it. Big axe handle off the top. Goldust moves. Shockingly, Jannetty just lands on his feet. Pause. Elbow drops him.
Oh, that's Marty.
Oh, great stuff. 10 out of 10. Kayfabe upheld. Finish of the match. Party Marty goes to the well once too often. Eats a boot. Then a face first suplex. And Goldust survives the onslaught of Marty Jannetty.
And a victory. Face first suplex. Very effective here.
Curtain call-ish. Suplexing him onto the face here. Usually it's onto his back, which is kind of like his other finisher, the Final Cut, which is start off with a suplex and then kind of turn into a swinging neckbreaker. But he had trouble with Marty, and you shouldn't have trouble.
No.
It's like not being dominant here. Right, you're a mid-carder. Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay.
You're not happy with the match at all.
I don't want to be bad.
Yeah.
But it's tough coming from AEW high work rate Kenny Omegaville, and then giblet streamers and headlocks and palm thrusts and go into the corner, break it up. It's tough. It's shocking.
Just on Goldust at the time, fucking revolutionary character here. There has never been anything like it. I mean, there was, but that I had seen, and I was transfixed.
Oh.
And because, I was still a mark until WrestleMania 12. So I was, like, as far as I was concerned, Goldust was a real person. And this is, his unorthodox lifestyle. This is...
Unorthodox lifestyle.
I believe...
What are you saying about me, JR? My wife is very happy.
So I was so appreciative of something different coming along in 95. It was great. And by different, not shit this time.
Yeah.
I would say like his look, like his costume and his paint and his entrance and his music, I thought was incredible. I thought it was like quite next level compared to the vast majority of stuff we were getting in 1995. But his promos and his matches, for me, they weren't there yet. Like I think it would take a while for them to kind of sort it all out and get it really going. But it was different enough at the time that I thought, yeah, this is cool.
Okay, I want to just see how cool his opening vignette is. Spicy.
You got Dean. And you got Bogart. And you're Keck. You're Peck. Goldust. My favorite Maryland Monroe. The Tinseltown roll call goes on and on and on. However, there is a difference between these stars and the legend. Of Goldust.
The light's green.
Yeah, it started okay. And
yeah.
He started whispering.
He's trying to go for like a Jake Roberts thing where he whispers to kind of make you lean in and listen. But yeah, it's
not when he's they're playing the traffic from outside the studio.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of the way! And those beefy individuals carrying Mabel are under a bit of strain.
Next up is King Mabel versus Yokozuna. The Mega Meaty explodes.
The Mega Power explode here at WrestleMania 5.
Big meaty man slapping meat.
V1, was the ring reinforced?
It certainly was. Well, that's what they said. I believe.
That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Kayfabe.
They actually mentioned it.
Yeah.
But
the ropes as well.
How do you reinforce the ropes?
I know, you probably just wrap it more with tape, don't you?
that load-bearing tape.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, I watched our WrestleMania 5 review there a couple of weeks ago. We did go into a lengthy discussion about reinforcing the ring and why don't you do it all the time if you're going to do it at all.
What was the answer? What did we come up with?
I don't think we kayfabed our way out of it. For example, if you got a tag team match, surely you should always reinforce the ring for a tag team match, but the commentators never mentioned it.
Because it's double the weight.
Exactly.
Maybe reinforcing it makes it a lot harder to bump on, and that's just worse on your wear in general.
I think in kayfabe, there's no such thing as a bump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's a worker thing.
Yep. Yeah, King Mabel versus Yokozuna.
The match opens up with clips from Raw 2 weeks ago, which is when Mabel and Yoko doubled up and battered Taker, which is where Mabel landed across his face and injured his orbital bone, and when he had to get the mask. So the match opens up, Fat Man stare down, as the fans actually go mental.
I love it.
They are into the idea of beef slapping beef. And then they begin to wrestle.
It's wrestling in inverted commas.
It certainly is. It is slow punches. They're going to meander their way over to the ropes. Then Mabel knocks Yoko over the ropes to the outside. And he does the Fat Man gun show pose. And then Yoko gets back in.
Like a crab.
He goes for a punch. Mabel ducks under. Glacially runs the ropes.
Walks the ropes.
And then Yoko knocks him out, so they're 1-on-1. Then they get back into the ring. Fat Man stare down number 2. Fans are still into this.
How does this differ from a regular stare down?
It's just fatter.
Are their faces close together?
They're quite close.
So their tummies are touching.
Yes. So Mabel goes for a hoe train, but Yoko catches him with a clothesline, knocks him down, but then he misses a follow-up leg drop, and then Mabel misses his follow-up splash, to which JR Clips was like, oh, well, maybe if someone could hit a move, this match would be over. Mabel goes for a running bulldog and Yoko has none of it. He refuses to bump. He refuses to go down. So Mabel just sits on his arse, looks a bit angry. And then Yoko twirls to the outside, takes a bump. Mabel goes outside. They have a little bit of a brawl. Cornette falls. Yoko falls on top of him and they get counted out. And we get thunderous boos as the fans are having absolutely none of it.
What was this?
Then they eventually climb back into the ring. Fat Man stare down number 3. Massive boos because you fucked over the fans.
Oh, went too well once too often.
A disaster of a match, but hilarious to watch.
So they're pushing King Mabel big time at this point, and they wouldn't allow him to go over Yokozuna, who's basically finished.
He's done at this point. He's so big. He's resting every 15, 20 seconds.
Did he lean on the ropes?
There was leaning on the ropes. There was leaning on the steps also. There was leaning on the apron when he went to the outside.
Did Mabel lean on the ropes?
Mabel is okay. Mabel is capable of wrestling for more than 4 minutes, you know?
Okay. Oh,
he's just not good.
Okay, to fix it, how about Yokozuna leans on the ropes, Mabel leans on the ropes, and then we get a special guest, triple threat, Andre the Giant.
Ooh.
Whoa.
And like they just all lean on the ropes and the match never kicks off. That's it.
And then Tuggers can be on the fourth one.
Oh, so we could have like...
He can bump, he's mobile.
That's
true.
That's true. Bundy.
Like
Bundy.
There you go. Time limit draw?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
They have to call it because it's dinner time. To be a dinner bell, it wouldn't be a regular bell. Okay, listen, let's stop booking it.
Yokozuna and King Mabel in less than a stellar matchup, and Jim Cornette.
So this was miserable. And then after the fat fans are booing, they...
Fat fans are regular fat.
And then after the fans are booing, the fat men decide to hug. And that's how the match ends. Very weird. Weird.
I love it! Yokozuna and King Mabel hugging.
Next up is Shawn Michaels versus the Dean. Lies. What's really next up is Dean Douglas versus Razor Ramon for the IC title, man. Hilariously, Doc Hendricks recounts Shawn losing his smile. He couldn't perform because he was beat up by 9 guys in Syracuse. OC, what does Bret Hart say about the Syracuse incident?
Oh, was Syracuse before this?
Just had happened.
Oh, wow.
That's why he's all beat up and questioning if he's going to continue on.
Okay. So, from Bret's great book, Shawn yapped off one too many times, this time to a bunch of Marines in a Syracuse bar. According to Davey, who was there with Kid, Shawn hit on a soldier's girl who was waitressing. By the end of the night, the 3 wrestlers were loaded up on somas, and the willing waitress offered to drive them back to their hotel. They staggered out to their car only to be met by, depending on what version of the story you believe, 4 to 9 angry Marines. The 3 of them were helpless. The soldiers jerked Shawn out of the front seat, and Davey and Kid fumbled in slow motion to get out of the back. Kid made a pathetic attempt to throw some karate kicks.
Oh, I would have loved to be there. Yes.
But he was so out of it, they pushed him over like a scarecrow. Davey was so pilled up that he was barely able to stand. But as hard as they tried, they couldn't take him down. He winced when he told me how they slammed Shawn's head in the car door and pummeled him with fists and boots, with Shawn too drugged up to even put his hands up to shield his face. Good.
I hope he learned a lesson.
He didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, it's fine, but he will find Jesus 10 years later and then everything's grand.
Exactly.
Crusty old Dean Douglas. Monikers of the thinking man's wrestler? The intellectual?
Yep.
Razor's back? Oh, yeah. He was wrestling earlier tonight in that tag match with 123 Kid. Anytime he's on defense, Lawler gets on his tits about being tired. Shockingly, Ramon out-wrestles Dean Douglas, the intellectual, as in traps him with an armbar. I was like, man, Razor's got the size, got the strength, got the look, got the charisma. If he's a better technical wrestler, what has Shane Douglas got? Turns out, not much.
Bitterness.
Oh, he's full of
that little carry a man.
Fall away, more on that later, Steve. Fall away slam, clothesline to the outside. Big right, back down to the floor. Douglas spends a lot of time selling, so we get a good look at his exclamation mark singlet. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No.
I like the singlet. I think it's a good singlet, but the silly, it looks like somebody sewed on the exclamation mark.
Surely, if you were learned, you would not use exclamation marks often, if at all.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's Wurzel's, mate. Fuck off. Bring the exclamation mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wurzel alert. Get in some offense so it's not too embarrassing when you lose. Botchy counter into a chokeslam. Click mang, side, back, body drop. Ref makes the count. Douglas had his leg under the rope and Dean rightly complains, hey, that's bullshit. But tough titties, you're not Hulk Hogan at War Games. The decision stands. He is right though, the ref was in a poor position despite knowing Dean was right beside the ropes.
It's Razor the aggressive. Dean's right leg. Look at that. Oh, wait a minute. He's right. I think you're right.
Because I deserve a shot at my belt.
Well. Or should we say, ho, ho, ho! It's Mason D. Madden, and I'm joined as always with my platonic life partner, Mansoor, and together we are MxM. That's pretty nifty that you could do that with your friend.
And we are here, MxM, to wish all of you, the viewers of OSW Review, a very happy Xmas.
Or Hanukkah.
Or Kwanzaa.
I should probably be the one who says that.
Yeah, that's right. And we're also here for a very, very special reason. No, Mason, sadly, we are not doing the ad break questionnaire.
Why's that?
Well, because the last time we advertised something on a show, we got fired.
Ooh, but we sold a lot of water, though.
We did sell a lot of water. No, we are here to extend our deepest gratitude to the three men responsible for OSW, our close personal friends, Jay Hunter, Mr. OOC, and the third guy. Thank you so much, and we wish you the happiest holiday season.
Is what we would say if we weren't betrayed.
That's right. We heard about your cute little boy stable and how we're in it. Oh, what an honor to be in that gaggle of losers.
Do I look like a boy to you? I'm a man.
You treacherous, traitorous cretins. Ooh, we are not boys. We are men. I hate you. I hate you with everything in my soul. Tell them.
Bottom of the morning to you.
Bottom of the morning to you. You should have been chased off the island with the rest of the snakes.
In fact, unhappy holiday.
Unhappy holidays. Have a horrible holiday season.
In fact, Christmas is canceled.
Get this shit up. Get this. Don't get any Christmas presents. Get yourself a present. Our t-shirts, our merchandise will be available in the description for the video below. Buy yourself a nice shirt. Have a horrible Christmas.
But a happy Kwanzaa.
And it's time for your main event. For In Your House 4, Diesel versus Bulldog with Bret as a special guest commentator. Guest commentator. You know, you can't all be special. No, Bret's very special. Dude is in a Diesel costume, and I thought, not bad. I thought it was chains, to be honest. In case you didn't know who's heel, Bully tells the crowd to shut up. So Bully heel, Diesel babyface champ. Happy haircut to Bully. Oh, happy haircut to V1 as well. Still getting
on
used
this audio podcast.
Still getting used to his shorn head. Although a powerhouse versus Diesel, he's the scrappy underdog who has to work faster and smarter to combat Big Mang's size and strength. Diesel is drop kicked to the outside beside Bret, and he pie faces him. Bret, he doesn't react to it. Like, he stands up, but he doesn't go and throw hands at him. I couldn't believe that, but it's not in the script, so he doesn't. By the way, like, as expected, Bret is a very by-the-books commentator. Not much colour there. He brings up that Bully beat him at the SummerSlam, and wants a rematch for his own redemption. But what a babyface. He says he doesn't, he'd like the match, but doesn't want to put the family through that again, as Bulldog is his brother-in-law. Oh, when's Corny going to get involved? With Diesel outside, he comedy Schwab elbow drops the knee. Yeah, it's very nice.
Oh, yeah, well, if you're going to get hit by...
You know the age-old adage of destroy the vertical base? Fuck me, Diesel spends endless time snoozing on the mat. I was shocked he didn't break out like the Jimmy Jams in the hat to sleep on. Oh my God, Bulldog's working the legs, interminable. You know, working the legs in the lower half with moves like a Boston Crab and the nothing and the hold the legs. He meanders into a sharpshooter, immediately loses balance. And Bret's like, oh, you should learn to put that on right. Vince fires back with, oh, maybe it's a stronger sharpshooter because he's stronger. Smith tries to hit his running power slam. Obviously, he doesn't because it's one of the most countered moves in history.
Yeah, you literally just have to
push.
Yeah. Just flop backwards.
It's like this or the Dominator. You know, Farouk, because they just slide down the back.
Yeah, I love the Dominator though.
I'd imagine the Razor's Edge would be up there as well.
Yeah, that's a slidey one as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Bully's on the back foot, even knocking into Corny. So Bulldog pie faces Bret, and Bret's not enduring two of those, so he gets in, attacks Bulldog, meaning, hey, Davey Boy wins by DQ. And Diesel's furious, hey, I lost the match. So he schmozzes with Bret.
Bulldog wins? The British Bulldog is the victor?
No, okay, so now it gets interesting. Break it up. Referee Jack Doan, Jack Briscoe, Tony Garea, Tony Chimmel. Come on, where is he? Yes! Wurzel!
Bring!
Wurzel alert. Yeah, fucking horrendous bout. Diesel spent about 70% of his time on the mat, and Bulldog can't work with that, do you know? Based on this match, I would be like, both of you get out. You were not main eventers.
Yep.
This was a mistake. Quite funny because the ska coming out as soon as the pay-per-view ended, Vince threw down his headset and he shouted, horrible, fucking horrible.
Wow.
And he went straight to the back to get Bruce Pritchard, the agent for the match, and start reading him the riot act. And when Bulldog came backstage, the first thing he did is apologize for shit in the bed.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that Vince actually looks beyond their physical presences and actually what's happening in the ring. I appreciate that.
Yeah. There are times in like some of the matches that we're going to talk about where if something doesn't look good, Vince will go, oh, that wasn't a very nice scoop slam, you know? And I was like, whoa, that means that Vince is actually paying attention to the match rather than the kind of, you know, modern day Michael Coles who are sitting at ringside, but they're only looking at their notes. And so sometimes they're calling things that aren't actually happening on screen because it's a live sport and things don't always go perfectly, you know? So learn to call what you see rather than read it off your notes is basically what I'm saying.
By the way, Nash, about this match and stinking up this pay-per-view main event, he cites this as the start of him saying, yeah, okay, I got to leave the WWF.
Why?
Oh, I'm done here. My time is coming out to an end.
Why? Because I'm so shit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah.
That seems like a bit of...
it's not working out here.
Yeah, maybe you need to look a bit more at yourself as opposed to anything else.
Yeah.
Ooh, don't do the W word. There's only one W word I do.
Because let's face it, like the level of work in 1995, it's not like it was out of this world. With the exception of Bret and Shawn, the expected level of competency for a WWF main event in 1995 was not too high. Just don't be shit, basically.
Yeah, like,
and he couldn't do it.
And he couldn't pull it off.
Done.
Scott Hall can have a very competent match, but he's not like pulling up trees. Go and talk to Scott.
Yeah.
Excellent. And that closes the pay-per-view.
We apologize for leading you through the satellite cut. Thank you for joining us in your house.
I got to talk about the WWF Championship matchup. I got a tag matchup. I got all these matches to talk about. It's in your house, and I can't believe this is going to be happening. I'm going to be... Hello. Come on.
Okay, In Your House 5, Seasons Beatings. Oh, we got a 30-minute pre-show with Todd Pettengill. It's your mince pie, mulled wine, and figgy pudding pre-show. And he says, this is the Sunday Night Slam. It's like, no, it isn't. that was cancelled after Countdown to the Crowning. It's a pre-show, mate. 1, it's half an hour. And 2, when a match happens, you fucking cut away from
I'm
it.
so annoyed.
OC.
What we got, like?
Did I hornswoggled you good, did I?
No, what happened was you said, will you watch In Your Haze 5 for the show we're covering for Christmas Day?
Yep.
I said, yeah, whatever. And then you said 2 days later, actually, will you cover the pre-show as well? Because I found the pre-show. And I said no. And I semi-watched it. Anyway.
No.
Isn't that nice?
So you put it on. You were like, "Whoa, Jay."
That's literally your Christmas present. I gave it as little attention as I possibly could. Now, I glanced over if there was something related to original content, and I would say there was probably 10 minutes of original content, and the other 20 were just stuff we would see on the pay-per-view anyway, as in promo packages, talking about the fucking matches. What a waste of my time.
It's my favourite thing to do. Now, most of this is recounting the feuds to sell the pay-per-view, and we'll get to those during their respective matches. But in terms of first-run content, V1, did you watch the pre-show?
We know you fucking did.
Go on, man.
I did watch the pre-show. Very similar thoughts to Steve. An actual huge waste of time. It was garbage. It was shit. I love Todd. Todd Pettingill won our... He won our hearts, our minds, our souls.
Our hands.
He won our hands. In the last numbers, he got the ARC MVP because he was absolutely awesome. But even he couldn't save this. He walks out at the start and the crowd are dead. And he's like, hey, when I say jingle, you say bells. Jingle, bells, jingle, bells. And that may be the highlight of the show, lads.
Oh, wow.
You wouldn't get away with that now. I was just thinking, the crowd were actually into it.
Jingle! Yeah!
Obviously, we get lots of recap videos. We get one for Bret and Bully from Wembley 92. But they did point out something good in it, that since this match, which Bulldog won, Bret has gone on to become a 3-time WWF champion. Bulldog has kind of not moved on at all.
He's less. He's way below what he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. Will you skip any video package stuff?
Skip it all. Yeah.
Just give us the first run content. What do we got?
Bulldog! Bulldog talks to Doc Hendricks and Jim Cornette. Cornette says that Davey has beaten Bret twice before. Bret has never beaten him. And he says tonight will be the third time.
I love that he was like, Bulldog, fresh-faced Englander. He arrived in Stampede. He stole Bret's fans, stole Bret's friends, and stole his sister. And it's like, that makes it sound like Bret was going to get his sister.
It's a bit of a Leia Luke thing, isn't it?
He didn't get there first.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's kind of gross, which is, it's actually sad because then on the pay-per-view, they also do promo and he just says the same thing again, which makes this show even more pointless because I could have just seen the promo on the main pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And at that point, it would have meant a little bit more, you know?
Tell you what, I'll try to sync both of them together side by side. Left audio, right?
Oh,
audio
I like
channel.
that. I really like that. Jay.
Okay.
Bret Hart's been jealous of this man since the first day he laid eyes on him in 1981. Calgary Stampede Wrestling, he came in, a fresh-faced hotshot kid from England. He stole your thunder, he stole your fans. Then your sister fell in love with him and decided to get married. You used to be thinking that you were her hero, but all of a sudden she had a new hero, Bret. Then he took your Intercontinental title.
Bret, I beat you in 1992, Wembley Stadium, for the Intercontinental title.
Now I'm going to beat you
in your house. I'm going to win the World Wrestling Federation title.
Todd goes to the hog pen. JR is in there. Man, they made JR do the worst job, didn't he?
He's in the hog pen.
In the hog pen, in as well. He's standing in actual shit. He tries
just know Vince is in the back.
He tries to put it over as banjo music starts to play. And Jared's like, by God almighty, this is going to be a pigsty of a match. It's going to be a hog-tied, hog-standing, piglet tail, curly motherfucking match.
That was way better than what it was.
You hear the music? Somebody is going to end up right here in this hog pen. Let me tell you, it is nasty. It smells, I can tell you.
And then Henry Godwin comes down to the pen and he starts going, here, this one is Lisa, and this one is Terry. And they were like, Terry? I was like, oh yeah, because Hogan is in WCW. There's lots of...
Was that the whole thing?
It was,
yeah.
But what? There's Lisa. Who's Lisa? Nobody.
Lisa Marie Varon.
I'm shocked that they didn't...
Hates Tara.
I'm genuinely shocked that he didn't say Linda. I get the impression he may have meant to say Linda, but
that would have been funny.
Messed up his line and he said Lisa.
Yeah.
Or he wouldn't get a job, after he leaves, if he did.
Where's he going to work? Fucking micro championship wrestling with Hulk Hogan. hey, Hulk, do you have any of your damn openings for a coach on Hulk Hogan championship wrestling?
But if you're looking for the greatest in midget wrestling, look no further. We've got Blitz. We've got Huggy Cub, who's the biggest pimp in the game. What you gonna do when micro championship midget wrestling runs wild on you? Check this out, brothers.
You know, this is kind of a missing. They've been in here for several hours. It stinks in here, you know.
Did you see JR trying to get Hog to get into the pen? He was initially having none of it, eventually he got in, and then there was a bit of a scuffle. Henry pushed JR. There was something there. There was something going on between these two lads.
This is my yard.
I'm the big pig in the big pig's yard.
I do love the King. He comes out and because he's commentating and he's taken aback at the hog pen and he says, "Get Albert Einstein out of here."
That's
you
good.
love shit puns. You adore them.
I just want to make sure Albert Einstein gets out of the way first, okay?
You know I'm not a big Jerry Lawler fan. In ring.
Apart from the punches.
In ring and face commentary, Jerry Lawler was one of the worst commentators of all time. Love heel commentator, Jerry Lawler. Anyway, it's the hair. I'm struggling with the hair at the moment.
It's really bad, isn't it?
Like especially with the crown on and the whatever's coming out the back. I'm really
the party at the back.
It's putting me off ever going back to the new gen.
Is this your... You just watch Jerry Lawler come out with his crown and you're eating a sandwich and you just put it down.
What is this?
You know what I mean?
It's a criminal haircut, isn't it? No, it's not the haircut of a criminal.
He wasn't.
She recanted some of the allegations, I'll have you know.
That's him, the one in the middle. He's the one who told me that cigarettes were good for you. He's the one who told me that all wrestlers are wimps.
Did you get the Happy Holidays vignette with the Santa lineup?
It was on the Go Home Raw also, so yeah, I saw it on the Go Home Raw. It's an ad.
Yeah, there's a lineup of fake Santas. You got Razor, Ahmed, I don't know why I said it like that, Yoko, Rikishi, and the villain, Harvey Whippleman, who said there's no such thing as Santa Claus and all the WWF wrestlers were wimps. I thought it was a lot of fun, except I know you have Yokozuna in there that makes him a joke. So you shouldn't be showcasing him as a joke.
He's a joke. Is he not a joke at this point?
I think at this point,
he is
yeah,
now.
he's a joke. Yeah. You know, it was fun. You know, it's Christmas, but I do prefer watching the ad with your one in the bed with her husband. You know, the one with the massive tits. Like that's way better. That's cinema.
But it's only Monday.
Monday. Feels like Friday. Honey, I'm really tired, okay?
But it's only 9 o'clock.
Monday, 9 o'clock. It's time for Raw, baby. Great ad.
And then she's like, oh
dear. That's great. Is this the same woman that goes over to the house to watch the Royal Rumble in one of their other ads? Ooh. She's wearing a red dress.
I don't think it's the same one.
Oh, different. There's a second woman.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
WWF Royal Rumble, live on pay-per-view.
Now, the noise you hear behind me is the ovation, if you will, for Mr. Backlund.
Backlund gets in ring. That is all.
Fuck you, fans.
Yeah. They cut away to Ahmed. He's going to be back for the Saudi Blood Money show. Ahmed Johnson.
Ahmed.
Yeah. When they're interviewing DiBiase, you can hear some bumps and the finish in the background. Tough shit. You're not seeing it.
Hey, Todd, you know, surprising, shocking developments are an everyday occurrence here in the World Wrestling Federation. I'm sure tonight will be no different.
Backlund lost to Savio Vega in 4 minutes. Like this time last year, he had already lost the belt.
Just lost.
Yeah, he just lost it. But like, come on.
There were 3 dark matches that were not Coliseum exclusives, sadly. Backlund got pinned by Savio Vega, as you said. Goldust jobbed out Duke the Dumpster, Drosy, and an 8-man tag. Barry Horowitz, Hakushi, and the Smoking Guns defeated Yoko, Isaac Yankem, and the Body Donnas. Oh, what's your man? Sid, what did Sid? You said it?
Sid did a promo backstage with Kid. Kid didn't say anything of interest, and... Hey, talk to me. But Sid reinforced my opinion. It's like, this guy could talk. This guy had a great look. He just needed a manager or something just to tone it down a bit. But
so that you don't have to hear him talk because he's actually shit at it.
No. When he starts to shout, then like, oh no, stop now. But he had a little thing about, you'll be victims and become symbols of our quest to be tag champs. I mean, that is coherent. That's better than an Aleister Black promo.
You said that too well, because he had to think about what adjectives and nouns he wanted to use. You'll be victims and become symbols of our quests to become tag champions.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yes.
You guys will become victims and more symbols of our victories. You guys will fall victim and become symbols of our victories for our quest for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship. Is that right, kid? That's right, kid. We're going all the way.
And I love the way Kid cuts his promos. Like, he's obviously a little bitch, and he ran away from Razor. Okay. But he comes out and he's like, I didn't run away from Razor. It was all part of the master plan that you're going to see. Yeah.
An integral part was fleeing from you.
You know what took me by surprise? Because we haven't covered any new gen since WrestleMania 11. Did we finish at WrestleMania 11?
Yes.
So this has been about 7 months since then. Fucking $1 Million Corporation are only still around.
But with completely new members, right? Is there anyone
Sid
that's
was
still
like
there?
a crossover member-ish.
I don't think Sid... Oh, yeah.
You know, he was part of the OG and the NG.
Okay.
But is it now just the two of them and Ted DiBiase?
Where did the Tonka go?
Don't mention Tatanka. He's not even acknowledging.
No,
he said the word.
Tatanka.
Kama Mustafa.
Is he still there?
He's around. He's around at the Rumble, so I'm going to say he is around. He just doesn't have a job.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But like, this stable, man. Fucking...
It's shit.
Oh.
It's really bad, isn't it?
But like one of the longest lasting in wrestling history, potentially.
If you were to time every Raw and pay-per-view, like the $1 Million Corporation is the main event of this year.
Yep.
This is like long lasting in the sense that like Dolph Ziggler was hiding in the WWE roster for 12 years because if you don't get a push, then you forget about him, then he might keep getting paid, you know?
And he can keep still doing stand-up. Like.
Yeah.
Ooh, Todd razzes an Elfala for having a WWF Intercontinental foam belt.
Yeah. I love this guy. So Todd said, you're the champion, yeah? You're a little Intercontinental champion. And your man goes...
I'm trying to be.
All right, man.
Trying to be, I was like, bravo, sir. There's, you were asked an impossible question.
And you came out on top.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought he handled it like a champ.
It was like Todd didn't tell him, I'm going to ask you, are you the IC champion or something? He sprung it on him. But he could have, what's to stop him saying, oh, fuck you, Todd?
That would have been so funny.
You know?
Or if he wanted to make Todd feel really bad, he could be like, yeah, my kid is sick at home, dying,
Steve,
you know?
You can't.
And it was his dream to be the Intercontinental champion. He thought it'd be like, oh, shit.
Wait. Hey, you went to the event and your son didn't?
He was too sick, Jay. He was too sick. He was
Did he order
an
it on
infection
pay-per-view?
risk.
Ray Rougeau and Gorgeous Sonny are in the Superstar hotline room.
They certainly are. Sonny with a great line. I only talk to the winner, so you're going to have to talk to the losers.
They hooked the number 1-900-737-4WWF. Todd audibly swoons at the end of her promo. Like, just looking to her talk, and it was like...
Trust me, I have some questions on my mind that have never been asked before on the Superstar line. Wait until you hear.
All right. Back to you, Todd.
Good luck, Ray.
Yeah, there was a bit there at the end where like Ray goes to grab the mic back and he just has a pike at her tits and he just like looks back up and he's like, yeah. There is no subtlety or hiding it here. She was sunny.
Yeah.
A lot of those stupid fans think that I'm scared of The Undertaker because I ran at the Survivor Series.
We will cover the video packages later, but there was a vignette hyping Mabel versus Taker in a casket match. That's on the pay-per-view. Mabel with a pretty good pitch for him winning. He was the first person to hand Taker a pinfall loss. Doubt. And the first to put Taker out of action. Doubt. That's not even true. Okay, Taker's first pinfall loss. That's not even true on OSW episodes.
Would have been Hogan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah. In Texas.
Hogan got the ashes and threw it in his face and then rolled him up.
And it's like Taker on a show that we've covered had a casket match with another big fat fella who put him out of action.
Yeah, and that's to start the summer of 94. Where is Taker? Why don't we talk about Taker? What is Taker doing now? The summer Poochie that he does. He goes back to his own planet. What we're trying to say. So yeah, he's full of shit. Oh, we have chronicled every time The Undertaker took a holiday in the 94 Rumble episode.
Please welcome to the Hershey Park Arena, Paul Bearer.
Less than 6 minutes left here. Live Paul Bearer promo, complete with spooky lighting. Less spooky is the Christmas tree that's in shot.
It could be from Santa Claus or the Christmas creature.
Ooh, very nice.
Mabel, you cost my Undertaker the king of the ring.
It's terrible. Jay has the face of somebody who's heard a Paul Bearer promo before and never wants to hear one again. You know, you're just, oh God, get on with it. Like,
yeah.
Mabel, you cost the Taker the king of the ring. Crossed his face and stole his urn. Tonight there's going to be the first ever funeral in Hershey Park.
I'm pretty sure I've heard this
when
one
his
before.
voice breaks.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. The only good thing here, like, you know the way Kamala got a gimmick Taker casket with the moon and the shape and symbols on it? Mabel got one too with ghetto graffiti. Sure.
And Steve's favourite, did you see the BSK letters drawn on it? What did you call the BSK before?
Massive fucking geeks.
Yeah, losers. Like,
playing dominoes, come on.
The men behind the gimmicks, I wouldn't say that to their face.
No, sir.
But their characters, the people that they play on screen, with the exception of The Undertaker, fucking stayed of yous.
Oh. Bearer ends with, in our house, in our casket. It was a 5 on 10. Generous. To close us out, King teases that there'll be a surprise, that Todd might like it. And Goldust surprises us with an entrance. Do you like the kind of usher with the flashlight?
Yeah. I do. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Solid.
I'd actually preferred that. I think they should have done more with that versus bringing in Marlena.
Well, it's his wife, and she, you know, you don't have to pay for travel because she's coming anyway.
She could have been the usher.
Yes. Yeah, little red jacketed scamp. Love the bellboy hat as well. Final main event video package. OC, how do you like Bret saying, you can train in vain because I refuse to lose?
Somebody wrote that for him.
So,
yeah.
Diana, maybe?
Do you think?
Bastion of...
or Georgia or...
Beans. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, and that's the pre-show. You're buying this? You're buying it? You're buying it? Why not? How many bought this? 80,000? Billy. Hey, yeah, so that does it for In Your House for an impromptu Brucey bonus. How dare you? I hornswoggled you good. Apologies, OSC.
Yeah, look, I'm glad you can ship out another crate of OSW to the masses, Jeff.
That's the most pleasant version of, you know, Henry Godwin shoveling pig shit at the OSW universe, but we'll take it. We will see you next time for In Your House 5 Seasons Beatings from Seasons Parking Lot. So it's a goodbye from V1. OSE. And myself, the 2.5-time Golden Nogger Award winner, Jay Hunter. And remember, a winner is you. And remember, Merry Christmas!